Hi, thanks for watching Peter's Food Adventures. Today I'm going to be making pирожки that are going to be stuffed with the braised cabbage. It's a really easy recipe with a made-from-scratch yeast dough. Okay, so to get started, I'm throwing in 1 tablespoon of yeast, teaspoon of sugar, teaspoon of salt. This is the lukewarm milk that I prepared. I'm not going to use all of it. I'm only going to put about half in. And the yeast will start to break down. And my mom always added a little bit of flour in the yeast mixture. And now we're going to give this about 10 minutes just to sit here and activate the yeast while it feeds on the sugar. Okay, so now this is starting to bubble up and thicken a little bit. We're ready to go. So I've got the flour. We're gonna pour in the rest of the milk, melted butter. I'm gonna slowly mix that through already. And add the yeast mixture. Now we're gonna combine it all together and we're gonna knead it for about 5-6 minutes. Okay, so now the dough is done. It's beautiful and soft. We're gonna put it back in the bowl and let it rise. And we just cover it with a kitchen towel. And now we keep this in a warm place for about an hour, up to an hour and a half, until it doubles in size. Just eat a small cabbage. There's a grated carrot, chopped onions, which I was crying when I was chopping them, obviously butter, and a bit of ketchup. That's my secret ingredient. This is a ketchup from my local Russian store. Any regular Heinz ketchup will do, just for a bit of extra flavor and tang. Okay, so I'm taking about 2 tablespoons of butter. Pretty generous with the butter, it's okay. Any big pieces that are chopped badly like I just did, keep them out. Now the cabbage cooks down. It looks pretty high. I've got a pretty deep saute pan. Now, if the cabbage is old, and this is an old cabbage, it's not in season, it's been sitting for a while in the supermarket, I'm gonna add a splash of water. That just helps cook it. And of course, probably another tablespoon of butter. Delicious. Now, my secret ingredient, my Russian ketchup. You won't really taste it, other than it just has a bit of flavor and some tang in it. And the final step is add some salt and pepper. Just to your own flavor that you like. All right, so now the dough has doubled in size, and we want to punch the dough down and take it out onto the countertop. We're just going to knead this for a little bit, just to get all the air out. Okay, so now we're just gonna cut this up into even pieces. This dough is so soft and just beautiful. Now I've got the 4 pieces here. I'm just gonna roll them out into even pieces. right, so now we're gonna just start to prep. We've got the braised cabbage, which we made earlier. And we're gonna just roll out each little pirożok. All right, so I've rolled out about 4 or 5 inches. You can make them bigger, you can make them smaller. I'm really putting about 2 tablespoons in there. And you're just pinching the edges. And we place them face down. I'm gonna make a few ready to go. These pirożki do not need to be proofed anymore. They don't need to rise. They are ready to fry in the oil. All right, so now I've got the hot oil and we're just gonna drop pirożki in. Remember, the seam side goes down. Probably a bit too much oil. Done, I just put them on a tray with some paper towels. Making pirożki with kapusta or cabbage. All right, well that's how you make fried pirożki with a yeast dough stuffed with a butter braised cabbage. It's not too hard, just follow the recipe step by step and you'll be fine. Just remember, the recipe is on my website in full. Click like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.